It took a little bit more than 2 hours to drive from Taligaman to San Agustin. Those are the three islands we visited during the tour.
Hi!
Hi, welcome to Britania Beach.
It was a beautiful day. The weather was very nice.
Slowly.
Everyone was very excited to do the tour.
Yeah, I like this. That's the boat we ride in the Corona. Yeah.
The water was very calm, so no one got seasick. At this point, one of the passengers dropped her phone in the water. Unfortunately, we could not find it back. Of course, everyone were taking pictures and videos. After 25 minutes, we finally arrived to the first stop. Igoran Island is the second most visited island of the Britania group of islands after Buslan Island. For a Saturday, the island was not too crowded. Most Filipinos like to stay in the shade. The palm trees make it perfect for that.
There's a place to change.
Oh, we're here at... No, hiyur-hiyuran! Britanya ka din. Kita na yung spot ka na doon. Okay lang, girl. Kaya makitaan ka sa mga kuhan ba dito, mga ka-workers Daniel. Welcome to Hiyur-hiyuran. My love. Hiyur-hiyuran. Hiyur-hiyuran Island.
There was not many people in the water, but it did not take me too long to get into it. The white sand and the clear turquoise water makes it perfect for swimming and finding a variety of seashells. The water was nice and warm.
I take a video.
I was doing my smart, explaining that before there was an animal inside that shell. We decided to go for a ride. We chose the Hurricane. Good for 8 passengers. The cost was 1,500 pesos, about 30 US. The tube was bouncing a lot, so it was little hard to hold down, especially if you're not very heavy like some of the riders. At one point, I thought one of them will go overboard. It was really fun, even if some of the riders said they will not do it again. The island offers other water games like banana boats, ride, and jet ski rental. After spending about 90 minutes on the island, it's time to leave for the next stop, Agonoy Island. Before we leave, we had a little lunch. The Britania group of islands count 24 islands and islets. 4 of them are attractive to tourists. Beside the 3 we visited, there is Naked Island. More than a decade ago, what was once considered a hidden paradise in the small sleepy town of San Agustin in Surigao del Sur is now a popular destination in Caraga region and Mindanao. We passed by a few of those charter boats. I was trying to wave at them, but they were a little shy to wave back at me. We were getting closer from our second stop, Agonoy Island. It took about 25 minutes to get there. Agonoy Island was my favorite. This island was named after the weed called Promonalia odorata that used to grow on the island. This island reminds me the one where Jack was being exiled in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. The island is also called Lover's Island. The white sand, palm trees, and turquoise clear water makes it a dream paradise and is ideal for swimming and snorkeling. It's always a good feeling to touch the ground after a boat ride. were the only one on the island beside a few other people. The island is very small, so I was able to walk around it in about 20 minutes. A few fishermen were trying to catch some seafood around the island. Again, it was picture time.
Rise up like a shot, shine up like a shining star, stand tall like a statue. Raise up like a shot, rise up like a shot, shine up like a star, stand firm like a statue. Oh my Lord, on the up, I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up, on the up, I and I keep it on the up.
Of course, you cannot go on those islands without enjoying a nice fresh coconut water.
I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. On the up, I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. On the up, I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. No matter what the weather, or come round on the corner, gonna run like a track star, or rise like a shot.
Some of us even had the chance to taste a seafood called in Bisaya tuyong.
Or rise like a star. On the up, I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. On the up, I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. Through all of these days, stand firm at the top, while we live under the stars. I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up. I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it.
Impossible not to smile if you are in that kind of paradise.
You're truly a star. If I ever need you, I'll just remember that. Oh my Lord.
Everybody was enjoying a little bit shade of the palm trees.
If I ever need you, I'll just remember that you live in my heart. On the up, I and I keep it on the up, I and I keep it on the up.
After spending about an hour on that island, it was time to leave for the next and last island of the tour. Not far from Aganoy is Naked Island, but we did not go there. Always a little sad to leave such a nice paradise, but also anxious to see the next one. Again, we passed by a few other charter boats. I did not try to wave at them this time. At low tide, people can walk between some of those islands. After about 25 minutes ride, we arrived to our last stop. Boston Island is the largest, most visited of the Britania group of islands. It is great for sunbath, play, or swim. The island was named after a priest who was stationary during World War II in San Agustin. People are very friendly, especially if you tell them they will be on YouTube. There was a cross and a statue of Virgin Mary on the side of the island. A few of us were brave enough to walk through that narrow space to get on the other side of the island. Boston Island is one of those you can, at low tide, walk to the next one, called Palangagan Islet. The only activity we had there is walking around and looking for seashells and stones. Some of us found a starfish. Feeling sad for it, they put it back in the water. I tried to walk a little bit around the island, but it was getting a little bit rough and slippery, so I turned around. After spending another hour on those two islands and islet, it's time to go back to the shore and ride the van back home. During the tour, we passed a few islands and islets. The Philippines has more than 7,500 of them. Many of them are uninhabited and can be reached by plane, ferry, or arranging an island hopping like we did. Depending on the number of passengers, the size of the boat, and the islands to be visited, the cost for these Britania group of island hopping can range between 800 and 2,000 pesos. Our tour costs 1,800 pesos, about 35 US, for 10 passengers, a middle-sized boat, and 3 stops. This man was trying to find the phone dropped in the water. Unfortunately, he did not find it, but that tells you how nice and helpful Filipinos are. The ride back to the shore took about 25 to 30 minutes. The duration of the complete tour was a little more than 5 hours.
It was in your room, when you said we're through. I was reaching out for you, but somehow I always lose. I'm the underdog that never gets a chance to show my worth, picking up the pieces of a broken heart you think I'd learn. I'm at the mercy of a love that never says that I'm enough, so somehow I always lose. All I want is you. All I want is you. But love won't let me choose, so somehow I always lose. I was in between, kind of love that's mean. I chose to risk it all for you, but somehow I always lose. I've been fighting just so everybody else can find their way. There's a moment when you realize all they ever